Hello, and welcome to Quiz Coconut's Quickfire Quiz Pod with me, James Cutler. In 2014, I launched Quiz Coconut, and we've since hosted over 2,000 pub quiz nights. Each episode, I pick 10 of our best questions so you can improve your general knowledge, boost your brain power, and learn some useful and useless facts. Answers will be revealed at the end of the episode, and there's one rule: don't use Google.
Use your coconut!
Episode 53. You know the drill, 10 questions, 15 points. Here we go, question 1. True or false? Mark Wahlberg owns a restaurant chain called Wahlburgers. Number 2. In which month of the year does the Australian Open take place in tennis? Number 3. In the game of Scrabble, how many points is the word 12 worth? And of course, we're just counting the points on the tiles, not counting if you put it on any triple words or anything like that. So how many points is 12 worth? If you need more time with any of the questions, just pause the pod and press play when you're ready. Number 4. Nice and easy. Gala, Fuji and Honeycrisp are all varieties of what? That was an easier one because number 5 is a bit more tricky. I'm going to play you an audio clip now of cars honking their horns. I want you to listen very carefully and count the number of different cars that you hear. Here we go. Rewind the pod to hear that again. If that isn't entertainment, I don't know what is. Let's go on to number 6. We've got a global audience here and we'd like to thank them for listening, but how do we do that? The question is, how do you say thank you in these different languages? There are 4. They are German, Portuguese, Mandarin, and Arabic. How do you say thank you in those languages? German, Portuguese, Mandarin, and Arabic, for a point each. More mentally exhausting than a bus full of 5-year-olds, you're listening to Quiz Coconut's Quickfire Quiz Pod. Number 7, booze. Any boozers out there? Which animal would you find on a Chang beer bottle? Number 8. What is measured by a Geiger counter? Number 9. Here's a tricky one. In which country in the world do men outnumber women by 17 to 1? And finally, number 10, games consoles. I've got a list here of the top 5 best-selling games consoles of all time around the world. If you can name any 3 of those, I'll give you a point each. So have 3 guesses and let's see if they appear in the top 5. Pause the pod if you need more time for today's bad joke.
This is today's bad joke.
I guess the main difference between a crocodile and an alligator is whether it will see you in a while or whether it'll see you later.
That was today's bad joke.
Get your markers at the ready. Here are the answers. Number 1, Mark Wahlberg does own a chain of burger shops called Wahlburgers. Very clever. Number 2, the Australian Open takes place in January. Number 3, the word 12 is worth 12 points in Scrabble. Number 4, Gala, Fuji and Honeycrisp are all apples. Number 5, you heard 7 different cars honking there. Number 6, thank you in these 4 languages. German is danke. Portuguese, obrigado or obrigada. In Mandarin, cheer, cheer. Something like that. And Arabic is shukran. 4 points if you got all of those. Number 7, the animal on a Chang beer bottle is an elephant. Number 8, a Geiger counter measures radiation. Number 9, in the Vatican City, men outnumber women 17-1. And number 10, your best-selling games consoles. I'm going to give you a list of the top 5. If you named any of these 3, you can have a point for each one. The top one is the PlayStation 2, over 155 million units, followed by the Nintendo DS, the Nintendo Switch, the Game Boy, and the PlayStation 4. So there you have it, another episode. Let us know how you did. quizcoconut.com/podcast. We will see you next week. If you enjoyed today's quiz, why not book us for your next event? We host corporate events in the UK and Canada and virtual events all over the world. And don't forget to subscribe to the Quiz Pod so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next week. Quiz Coconut, nuts about trivia.